The juniper berry sugar stars make about 2 dozen small stars. So the first 3 ingredients are 4 cups of cake flour sifted, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt. This is the cake flour, and it is different from the regular flour such as Bluebird. This is a little bit lighter and is commonly used to make cakes. And so they wanted it sifted. So this is what you can do to sift your cake flour. Okay. And here is the baking powder and the salt is here. We also need 8 ounces of butter, which is here, and it's at room temp. 1 cup of sugar, regular sugar, which is here. Half a cup of Golden King sugar, which is here. And this sugar is different from the regular sugar. As you can see, the regular sugar is fine, and the King sugar is a little bit brown and has bigger granules. We need 1 large egg, which is here, and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, which is in there. 5 tablespoons of dried juniper, and this is the juniper berries that I got from the World Market in Flagstaff. And I already took out 5 tablespoons of berries, and it is in my coffee grinder. And this is how it looks. And we also need 3/4 cup of cream, and that is used for the glaze. And 1 cup of icing sugar, which is there. And if you want to make a chocolate cookie, you would have to add a 1/4 cup of dark cocoa powder and a little bit more butter to compensate. So to make the juniper sugar, you grind 2 to 3 tablespoons of dried juniper berries in a spice or coffee grinder until it is fine, soft powder. Sieve out any large bits if necessary. Mix with 1/2 cup of sugar, place in a jar, and let it sit overnight. So this is the coffee grinder, and as you can see, I had already grind some, and so this works fairly well. This Toastmaster, and I use this for my coffee beans. So we just grind it like that, and then at the top, and then we add this to the cane sugar, and so it asks for 2 to 3 tablespoons. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 tablespoons. Oops, there's 1, and I just need 1 more. Okay, that's about 2 tablespoons. Okay, and then we just mix that. And this will be the topping for the cookie, along with the glaze. So this, you let it sit overnight, and It's very fragrant. It smells wonderful. It smells like a spicy nutmeg type of aroma. And so this we put in a jar, and I have a little mason jar here that I will put in it and keep that overnight. So you just place it in a jar and let it sit overnight. There's a picture of some juniper berries and the sugar cane sugar. There's the jar full of the mixture we just made. And then for juniper glaze icing, we grind 2 tablespoons of dried juniper berries in a coffee or spice grinder, just like we did, until fine. Sieve off any large bits. Grind again. Sieve again. Place in a small saucepan with a 1/2 cup of cream. Bring to almost a boil. Take off heat. Cover and place in the fridge overnight, or just mix. Or you can just mix cold coffee or espresso in place of water with icing, the sugar, and juniper berry powder for coffee juniper glaze. Delish. So here is the cream. And what we do is just heat this up until it gets hot. And then once it heats up, we cool it off and put it in the fridge. So it is recommended to let all the ingredients come to room temperature before you begin. Preheat your oven to 375, and we'll be creaming the butter, sugar, and salt on low speed. So here's the butter and sugar right here, and salt. Here's the salt. So that I'll be blending in the blender.